So everyone talks about getting to the Olympics as the ultimate achievement. You spend years and years and years training for your sport. It's an unknown sport. There's no money in it. It's a second tier sport, and you get to the Olympics and you compete and you do well, but it's really for the love of the game, and it's really for, well, not more than your enjoyment, but there's not a lot of money. Well, actually, we've been told this week in the news that high performance sport actually have some significant payouts to people who perform well at the Olympics. Let's have a look at the graph of what we've been told that people can receive when it comes to payouts. If you get a gold medal, you receive $60,000 from high performance sport. If you get a silver or bronze, it's $55,000. If you come fourth to sixth, it's nearly 50 grand. Seventh and eighth, it's 40 grand. And if you finish ninth to 12th, $30,000 payment from high performance sport to that athlete. And if that athlete is a team, Dave Lockray, then everyone in that team gets the payment. So for example, the girls who got the silver in the sevens, all of the team will be receiving $55,000 individually as a payment for getting silver.
That would be all right, wouldn't it? Just what a boon for the economy the Olympics has been for us so far, because really we've won very, very little, and the government isn't going to have to pay out, and that's great, isn't it, for the rest of us?
Well, it's good for the taxpayer, but then that money won't be driven back into the economy. So you can look at it two ways. The other thing that's interesting is we receive quite a bit more per medal, the athletes do I should say, than other countries. America, for example, if you get a gold and you're from the USA, $35,000. So nearly double in New Zealand. Silver's worth 21, bronze is worth 14.
Maybe they have better advertising sort of opportunities as
maybe
well.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Vietnamese air pistol shooter who got the country's first gold, I believe it was. I don't know whether that's first gold ever or first gold in this Olympics, is just going to receive the equivalent of $100,000. So it's interesting, the amateur Olympics, which aren't really amateur anymore, and there is quite a bit of money. I actually put on my geek hat. I do love numbers and Excel spreadsheets and that kind of stuff. And I went back to the 2012 Olympics and I found every single athlete in the New Zealand team who finished 12th or better. And the payout would have been, you want to see the number? What are you guessing?
$10.
$10, you reckon?
Yeah.
The payout would have been, based on this year's numbers, $5,322,500.
Right.
So I don't know what the payouts were per medal that time around, but if they were based on this one, over $5 million would have been paid out to athletes for their performance. And I think it's a really good thing, because a lot of these athletes, you know, they aren't the Val Adams with the big contracts overseas. They're the guys throwing the javelin, you know, in the local sports team and getting there. And I think if you can pay them 40 grand and have them stay on track for the next Olympics, and it helps them, you know, keep the lights on at home, good result.
I often wonder, because I'm a fairly keen runner, not a very fast runner, but I do think, you know, if I was paid $1 million, I do think when I'm out running, if I was paid $1 million, how fast could I complete this particular course? Do you know what I mean? So there must be also some, you know, does it make them run faster? $60,000 on the finish line.
You could test. I was going to say you could test that.
Go.
We could take you out and test it. We could put like $500 on the finish line, and maybe for every 10 seconds you're short, we just take $100 away.
Well, you'd go for it, wouldn't you?
Quickly,
you wouldn't be mucking about.
So it is absolutely an incentive as well as a good idea to help support some of these minor athletes.